Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, Amelia. Hi, JR. How are you guys? I'm just sitting here the last few minutes and wondering, again, what am I going to say? You know, so lately, I just don't know. I don't have a script, have a, so as I sit here, what what came, the thought process was, what do people want? What do we want? And what came to me is that we want freedom. We want freedom. Um, and well, what's preventing us from having freedom? What is freedom? Aren't we free? We would think. I mean, we live in a reasonably free country. It has a few rules, but we live in a time in a way where we have more freedom than we ever had on the outside. So freedom, though, is an inside thing. And I just talked to a lady this morning, a few minutes ago, and she said, "Well, I won't, kind of won't see you on Facebook anymore because I feel it's threatening my sobriety or threatening my freedom." And it's interesting that we often think that the answer is on the outside. We think that if I change this, I'll be better. If I change that, I'll be better. If I don't see this person anymore, I'll be better. If I, stop going to work at this place, I'll be better. And it what we're doing is focusing on the outside. And when the work is inside, and it's not even work. There isn't anything really to do. That we've been sold kind of a bill of goods. We've been told that we have to change the way we think, or we have to, we've been given a lot of therapy. And the freedom, according to our 12 steps, comes from a relationship with a higher power. And more than a relationship, a knowing that if what Bill said in We Agnostics, God either is or he isn't. Either he's everything or he's nothing. If he's everything, then we are it. It's everything. And we've been taught all of this separateness, and that there's we and they, and this and that, and right and wrong, and good and bad, and we've been, and it's not the way. It's all one. And we drop past this need to change the outside in hopes that changing the outside will feel like freedom. We recognize that freedom is not an outside job, it's an inside job. And that's the deal. So we just, I think it is in Christianity where it says, "Be still and know that I am God." And what's he talking about? Something separate from you, from me? No, not at all. So that's our crazy mind wants to keep us separate. It's designed, I think, to keep us separate. And if you can watch the mind, it's the beginning of the end for the mind when you and I can watch it. It's the beginning of the end, because the mind has us convinced that it is us. And when we start to see that, oh my gosh, the mind is not me, the mind is something separate. It's almost like we've got a character living inside of us, and we see, oh my God, I thought that was me. No, it's your jailer. That's right. You're the inmate. So freedom, baby. Freedom is the goal, and freedom can't come from enough money. Freedom can't come from enough fame or enough, travel. Freedom can't come from enough accomplishment, enough experiences. These are all fun and all available, but they don't give us the freedom that we're looking for, in here. Freedom in our heart. Freedom in our heart comes from dropping into our heart, being our heart, feeling. It's oneness. And even this is a metaphor, because we are our hearts. We are this love. We can't get it. We are it. And this love is the freedom. And that's what came from not having anything. Let's read. Our little book, July, is it 23rd? I think it is. I think it's the 23rd. Oh, excuse me. Mm. 23rd, thought for the day. Remember that all, it says here, AAs or 12-step people, or all people have clay feet. Not sure I know what that means, but I think he'll explain what he means. We have clay feet. Let's not set any member or person upon a pedestal and mark him or her out as a perfect teacher, a perfect example of the 12 steps. It's not fair to the person to be singled out in this fashion, and if he or she is wise, he will not wish it. If we single out any member as an ideal, and if he has a fall, we are in danger of falling with him. Without exception, we are all only one drink away from a drunk. No matter how long we have been sober, nobody is entirely safe. AA itself should be our ideal, not any practical member of it. Am I putting my trust in AA? Actually, am I putting my trust in God, the principles, and not in one member of the group? That's the deal. Again, it's not something outside of us, never something outside of us. There's examples, but the freedom is not outside. Meditation for the day. The inward peace that comes from trust in God truly passes all understanding. The peace that passeth all understanding. That's the thing. Understanding or not understanding means if it passes all understanding, we can't possibly even have the words to describe it. That's the tricky little thing about where is God? Where is God not? Where is God not? Funny, to deny God and recognize that we are. This is it. This is it. We're in it. We're in the petri dish. We are God's experiment. The inward peace that comes from trust, from reliance, from awakening in God truly passeth all understanding. That peace no man can take from you. That peace nothing can take from you. Only we can, again, with our mind. And in the early days, as you make this realization and have this experience, we grow into it. It does strengthen. It does strengthen. I mean, unless you've had an amazing burning bush experience where it's like, oh my gosh, I get it. This is all God. I'm at the banquet table always. Unless we have that experience, we kind of grow into it. We're like, oh, have little awakenings, and little awakenings lead to bigger little awakenings. No person has the power to disturb your inner peace, but you must be careful not to let in world's worries and distractions, thoughts. Their thoughts. You must try not to give entrance to fears and despondency. Must try not to give entrance to fears and despondency. And then, of course, in the fourth step, it says that when fear comes up, it says that fear set in motion trains of circumstance. So fear is the robber of our life, the thief of our life. It steals away our amazing potential. And it says in the big book, it sets in motion trains of circumstance. So what we fear, we actually bring about. We do have the peculiar ability here to manifest, because of course we are one with the ultimate manifester. And fear robs us of our amazing lives. So, but it says in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, in the four-step instructions, that when fear comes, we ask God to remove our fear. That's it. Doesn't mean that we can't experience it and with awareness. Say, oh, look at my fear. Not to run away from it, not to be afraid of fear. Just to, yes, we can experience it. We just don't indulge it. We don't become attached to it. And it seemed to have power of its own, doesn't it? It comes in, like fear can be the enemy, eh? So anyway, we ask God to remove our fear and show us what He'd have us to be. With not desperately though, just like, knowing that as we turn towards God, the fear disappears. That's the deal. We just, fear, God. I mean, they're all the same in a way, but fear will move away quickly. And it says we begin to outgrow fear. So, the meditation for the day, you must not try to give entrance to fears and despondency. You must refuse to open the door to the distractions that disturb your inner peace. Make it a point to allow nothing today to disturb your inner peace. Your heart calm. So I'm reading from the 24-hour day book, and we've been reading this since the 1st of May. It seems like a long, long time. But yes, we've been reading it 3 months. prayer for the day. I pray that I may allow those about me to, I pray that I may not allow those about me to spoil my peace of mind. I pray that I may keep a deep inner calm throughout the day. Oh my gosh. So recognizing that that peace is really our peace. It isn't from outside. It doesn't come from our situation. It doesn't come whether we have we're in a relationship or not, or whether our kids are behaving or not. It's there. And everything that's happening outside is passing. It's very temporary. So no need to be attached to the results of life or to what seems to be our experience in life. Just let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then as we surrender all of it, we're left with this peace, with this knowingness, with this oneness, with everything. Beautiful moments of love. Okay, you guys, love you. Ambassadors of love we are. Happy, joyous, and free. Okay, thanks so much. I love that be still and know that I am God. Everything is God. This is it. Right now. Right now. Right now. Okay, bye.